Let's get scratching.
What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and I recently moved into a new home and was in need of a shed. I needed one quick, and from what I've seen in the shed world, there's nothing faster when it comes to DIY than a resin shed. Everything's pre-made and all you have to do is put it together. In terms of sheds, I don't know how it could be any easier aside from buying a pre-assembled one and having it delivered to your property. I personally purchased a 5x4 Rubbermaid Roughneck resin shed and was able to assemble it by myself. So assumably, anything smaller should also be easily assembled by one person, but having help will definitely move things along. Assembling the Rubbermaid shed is largely just punching out some plastic for the screws and then screwing everything together. All the screws are the same size and you can pretty much get everything done with just a drill bit, and a bit driver. The entire thing is like a giant jigsaw puzzle, but one of those extremely simple ones with like 50 pieces. I don't think putting this shed together should be any problem for someone with the most basic ability to read instructions and comprehend. Again, I put the shed together by myself and even moved it by myself with a single hand truck, but if you have some help, it just makes an already easy project that much easier. Now, like all sheds, you have some options when it comes to the base. You can build something, but because the Rubbermaid shed already comes with a floor, you can get away with direct ground contact in some situations. I planned to put the shed on this rocky section of the property, and it largely worked until I put the doors on the shed. What I found was that if there's a big enough elevation shift from one side to the other, the doors don't work properly. In my case, the rocks made the right side of the shed slightly higher than the left, and this caused the left door to pop completely off when both doors are closed. I could have resolved this by leveling out the ground by various means, but I took the easiest route and just threw a sheet of pressure-treated plywood under the shed. This gave my shed a flat enough base for the doors to work and some protection for the rocks. In terms of size, maybe this could help you visualize. I personally don't keep too many things in here, but for reference, I have a Craftsman lawnmower that is able to be stored upright, so that saves a lot of space. But if you can't do this with your lawnmower, here's a look at the lawnmower in a more conventional stored position. So at the end of the day, what do I think about this Rubbermaid shed? To be honest, and knowing what I know now, I would buy something different, or if I had the time, I would just build my own shed from wood. This Rubbermaid shed just feels like a child's toy. The walls are pretty thin and flex with little force. If someone wanted to and had a knife, even a pocket knife, I think they'd be able to cut through the walls relatively easily. But in reality, that's not needed at all because the doors are barely held in place. When I lock the doors together and give them a little tug, just look at this movement. There's a gap of a couple inches, and I'm telling you now, as someone who's been playing with these doors a lot over the past few days, that gap allows me to leverage so much energy that not a lot of force is needed to rip these doors off the shed, because it's not like they're solidly held in place or anything. It's just a piece of relatively soft plastic going into a groove at the top and bottom of the shed. This is a huge problem and such a security risk to me. For me, this is a deal breaker, and I personally would say that it makes this Rubbermaid Roughneck resin storage shed not worth it. It's fine if you're storing stuff that you really don't care about, but if you're looking for something with a reasonable amount of security, this is not it. Look at one of those sheet metal sheds if you're looking for something relatively easy to put together and possibly even cheaper. I'm pretty disappointed by this purchase, but it is what it is. I've already put the shed together, it's in my yard, so I'm going to use it for now and just make the most of it. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you can give it a thumbs up, share it around, comment down below with any thoughts or questions that you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content, and if you want to further support my work, consider hitting the join button down below to become a member of this channel or becoming a patron on Patron. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.